What's going on, everyone? Donovan here with another life page. Yes, and this one is about my youngest sister. I won't say little sister anymore. My youngest sister. Um, I'm gonna share a story of how I censored her, and how it made me feel, and looking back on it. Once again, guys, as a disclaimer, these life pages are memories from my recollection, what I went through personally in that moment during that time, and looking back at it, see if I get anything more from it. Um, but yeah, that's what the life pages are about, and to share them with you guys and see what you think. And they reveal my age. They reveal the times I used to live in and everything. And speaking of which, how do you guys like the contacts? I've haven't worn contacts in about, oh my gosh, over 10 years, and haven't forgotten how to put them in. Definitely reminded of how old I am. Uh, with my vision, I can see, but yeah, I don't think they even make. It would be a challenge to make contacts for my right eye, so it's just as close as I can get. But anyway, today's life page is I censored my sister. And, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, we're talking LPs and 45s, um, but I'm also talking Fisher Price. Fisher Price record players. You remember the record player? Not the one with the ugly one with the red music box design. I'm talking about the one that you actually could play records on. Well, um, my sister was growing up, and it was the age of hip hop as well, beginning when people thought that it was just a fad. And LL Cool J definitely dropped his first album and radio, and my sister had a 45 of I'm not sure if it was I think it was radio, but on the B side of it was a particular song called Dear Yvette. And for those who, know that song and what it entails, and it's not a song for a young girl, you know, growing up to be listening to. And I remember, we were in my sister's room one day, and we were playing, I think it was, we were playing radio or I Need a Beat. We were playing whatever was on the side of that, the other side of that 45. And um, I remember flipping it over and I saw the title because I've heard the record, and I saw the title, and something went off in me that said she can't hear this. She can't be allowed to play this. And I was thinking about it, and I didn't know what to do. I just honestly, that was the first time, and I think it was because I was the older sibling in the house. I was the one that's supposed to have some type of um, maturity, some type of um, responsibility. And so when I found out that song was on the back of that, or that 45, you know, I had to tell my mom. I had to tell my mom, and you know how you're the older sibling, or you know you just know things that if you tell your parents, that kind of exposes you. Well, yeah, I had to tell my mom. I said, Mom, you know, I don't think it's safe for sister to listen to this song. Why? What's wrong with it? Well, it's a song that talks about da da da. Really? Yeah. So I'm exposing myself when you know, because like, how do you know about it? Well, I'm a teenager, and we're exposed to these things. We know these things. I've heard the song, and so I'm just letting you know as a parent, this is what the song is about. You want to hear it? Here it go. But and I remember my mother's reaction. So I wanted to do that for my sister. So we were trying to figure out, my mother and I, what to do about the situation, because to take away the record would be wrong. That would just totally throw her into would have thrown her into anger, and you got to be wise about these things. So what we decided to do is I ended up getting some scotch tape and taping over, putting tape over that part of the 45. I mean, just pieces of tape over that part of 45. And I remember, this is so weird, but I'm trying to protect my sister from hearing this record. I don't want her to hear it too soon. And so that was a solution, is that I ended up taping up that side of the record with scotch tape. And so when you try to play it, the needle would just, it would be so funny, especially on a Fisher Price record player. It would just be so funny. But, back then I felt I had to protect my sister. I had to make sure that she didn't hear things, she didn't witness things that was too early for her to witness, to hear. And looking back on it, I don't regret it. It was kind of corny at the time with the scotch tape, but I don't regret it, because I wouldn't want her or anyone that was younger to hear stuff you weren't ready for. And also looking back on it, and being a parent today, is that I don't freak out when my son brings stuff to my attention. We can sit in the car and vibe. I can play my music. He can play his, and it's not a thing of judgment. He's introduced me to music that I've definitely bought, downloaded, and I've liked. Of course, I've bought like the edited versions, because I don't want to hear all the unnecessary stuff. But I realize, as an artist, and that artists, where they're gonna be where they're at, and say what they say where they're at. And so I've realized, even with my writing stuff, I've written stuff with profanity. I've written stuff, I've said profanity before, and that was just the time that I was at, and I've grown a lot since then. I can still say it if I want to, but I decided, out of respect to God, and just respect as a human being, those are words that I learned, and doesn't necessarily mean I have to practice them. There are better things that I can practice. And anyway, so when we vibe, there's music that, of course, there's certain music that I don't play, that I wouldn't want my son to hear right now. I wouldn't want anyone to hear. But mainly for me, it's because it's kind of weird music. I listen to all types of music, so I'm not gonna be hanging out in Detroit or anywhere in the deep parts of, of the city, playing The Cure or Sinead O'Connor, or some U2. It's just certain things you don't do, right? But when you're having them moments, you by yourself or with good friends that share the same vibe, you do what you do. But yeah, looking back on it, guys, I don't regret it. Doing that, it just felt corny. It was one of those moments where I felt like I had to protect my sister from what she would hear. And so that's my life page for today, guys, is that when I censored my sister. And as always, if you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. And I want to hear from you guys. What were some moments you felt like you had to be responsible and censor your sibling, or or look out for somebody that it would have been a moment, something too fast, something too quick that they would have got involved in and would have got them in trouble, or just would have been asking questions that they didn't need the answers to at the time. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Um, Let me know what you think. Donovan out. Peace.